Okay, today I'm going to talk about what the left stand for and what the right stand for in three pretty much general terms. And the left are going to be like, no, everything is so complicated, you'll never understand it. You just have to have faith to believe it. But there is a way to understand things by principle, which means this is pretty much the principles. And so if we take the left and we looked at it, it would be like freedom of immorality, pretty much like abortion. They want to make prostitution legal in some cases. They want to, make child sex legal. And that thing is low. My camera is low there. Oh, and so yeah, they want to do a lot of immoral things instead of the alternatives, like making prostitution illegal and making it more, punishable law, or, sending out such social workers or whatever to help these people. Instead, they want to just make it legal and think that'll fix prostitution. And instead of, helping, mothers and fathers build connections with their children, they don't care about that. They think it takes a child to raise a village, so, they don't think that, maybe if we had children and their father, there'd be less, a healthy relationship there, there'd be less prostitution. No, okay, whatever. Anyhow, so, another thing that the left believes is equality. Okay, so equality trumps all, Although it's not going to be very equality-ish if we have a lot of fucking rich politicians. Which is what happens. But their idea of equality is equality of wealth, and that is like the front runner of all socialism. And they don't want classes. They don't want you to have an easy time getting up to the top. They want it to be like top, bottom, and then everyone will be somehow wealthy. And it just doesn't work that way. You just made it hard for people to become wealthy, and you just raised the minimum wage to $15 and taxed about $7 of that $15 to the state, and they're right back to where they started, and private industry sucks. But anyhow, so that's their idea of equality. Alright, so if we move along, there is one more thing, and that is anarchy. Because, well, they believe that we need to be radical, against patriotism. Like, they hate the word patriotism. I don't get it. It's the most fucked up thing, because, for the right, patriotism is why we love each other and why we get along so well. It's because, this is our land. It's not anyone else's. It's not the Chinese. It's not the Koreans. It's not the French. It's not the Zimbabweans. This is America's land, and we need to love it and appreciate it with our patriotism and appreciate each other, and not be you're an American and I'm an American. Treat each other like, brothers instead of enemies. But they don't really believe in patriotism. I don't know, they don't like it. They prefer anarchy, I feel. Anyhow, they feel if you're too patriotic, we'll never have a progressive movement. And that's a pretty fucked up thing to say. Progressive is another word for communist. And so they think if we're too patriotic, we won't have a communist country, and that's supposedly a bad thing. Anyhow, or something close to a communist country. Fine, everything's so complicated you can't understand it. Alright, so anyhow, what the right believe, in my opinion, is that they prefer, freedom. Okay, freedom to be how you want to be, freedom to make as much money as you earn, as hard as you want to work, do what you want to do. If you want to start a business, if you have a great idea, you want to start a car that goes through grocery stores and can walk on ceilings, go for it. That's the point of capitalism. Where socialism, that's dead. You can't do that because the state are the ones that are in charge of everything. So you can't do that. Socialism, But anyhow, so that's why capitalists, the right, are very capitalist in this freedom idea. They have a thing for morality, of course. Social conservatives, they like their, they think, aborting babies is just absolutely inhumane. And if you actually see it firsthand, where you watch the baby moving around and the guy kills it, it's kind of fucked up. So, it's, to say the least. But, yeah, so the right they really also encourage family values rather than, like, community values, which it means mom and dad love your kids and raise your kids so you can be unified as a family. And they want unity in the family, like, if a mother and father love their child, there's going to be less abuse, Can I say the same thing about economy? No. Like, if we had a healthy economy, a healthy, easier economy, more flow, more cash flow, we'd have less crime. So, same with the loving parents, less abuse of relationships when the child grows up. They don't go into prostitution. Thank God. They might not do drugs. They might not. There's a lot of great things that can come from having a loving parents. If you know anything about what it's like to be abused and what it means to have a parent that loves you, then you will agree with me. The last thing that conservatives believe in is patriotism, and that means, of course, that this is our country, and we love it, and we are, patriots together. It's a unity thing. Patriotism is unity. Patriotism is love of country, love of your fellow man, because we're all living here together, and we need to, be all patriots. But, like, with the left, they'd be like, well, that means you're being mean to people in Africa because they're not patriots? How come they can't be patriots? They can be patriots to their own country. And it's like, kind of like you twist your head back, like, huh? Like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, how can they be patriots of our country? They don't even live in our country, We're not in the same government. They don't have the same, issues we do. They have the whole entire different dictator, or president, or whatever. Anyhow, the left are the left. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you subscribe and watch more. Have a great day. Bye-bye.